We'll be covering a topic mistake. One important factor of a valid contract is free consent. Both the parties involved in the contract must enter the contract willingly and under no pressure. There are factors which impair the free consent of either party. One such factor is mistake. Consent cannot be said to be free when an agreement is entered into under a mistake. The validity of a contract is hindered when consent is gained due to a mistake by the parties. Let us discuss the meaning of mistake. Mistake may define as an erroneous belief about something. Mistake is defined under section 20 of Indian Contract Act. It refers to an incorrect belief that is innocent in nature, which leads one party to misunderstand the other. It usually takes place when the parties to contract are not completely aware of the terms of the agreement and understands the terms in different sense. Therefore, there is no consensus at Adam, that is, meeting of minds between the parties, and thus do not understand the same thing in the same sense at the same time. Means there is no consensus or there is no real consent if an agreement is entered into under a mistake. So let us discuss the classification. There are two types of mistake. Mistake may be mistake of law, or number two, mistake may be of mistake of fact. Mistake of law. Mistake of law again may be mistake as to law in force in India and mistake as to a law not in force in India, that is mistake as to a foreign law. Another category is mistake of fact. Mistake of fact may be number one, a bilateral mistake or unilateral mistake. So let us discuss bilateral mistake, where both the parties to an agreement are under a mistake as to a matter of fact essential to the agreement is void. That is, if there is a mutual mistake or bilateral mistake, the agreement is void. The agreement to buy from B a horse. The horse turned out to be dead at the time of bargain. Though neither of the parties was aware of it, the agreement is void. Section 20 will come into play. Number one, when both the parties to an agreement are mistaken. Number two, their mistake is a matter of fact, as to matter of fact. And number three, the fact about which they are mistaken is essential to the agreement. Illustrations. A agreed to sell to B a specific cargo of goods supposed to be on its way from England to Bombay. It turns out that before the day of the bargain, the ship conveying the cargo had been cast away and the goods lost. Neither party was aware of these facts. The agreement is void because both the parties are under mistake as to the existence of a subject matter, and therefore there is impossibility of performance, and therefore the agreement becomes void. Another example, A agrees to buy from B a certain horse. It turns out that the horse was dead at the time of the bargain. Though neither party was aware of the fact, the agreement is void. Unilateral mistake. If the mistake is one on the part of one of the parties only, the contract is neither voidable nor void. It is very much valid. Illustration. T bought at an auction a property described by reference to plan. He thought that he knew the property and did not refer to the plan. A garden plot which he thought attached to the property was in fact not included in the plan. T was bound by the bargain because it was his erroneous belief that the garden plot is attached to the property, in fact which was not in as per the plan. Next point, effect of mistake as to law. Section 21. A contract is not voidable because it was caused by a mistake. Mistake as to any law in force in India, but mistake as to a law not in force in India has the same effect as the mistake of fact. Here, the agreement is void in case bilateral mistake only as explained earlier. Let us discuss the illustration. A and B make a contract grounded on the erroneous belief that a particular debt is barred by Indian law of limitation. The contract is not voidable. The maxim is that ignorance of law is no excuse because it is expected that everyone is supposed to know the law of the land, and therefore ignorance of law is no excuse. Next point, contract caused by mistake of one of the party as to matter of fact. Section 22. A contract is not voidable merely because it was caused by one of the parties to it being under a mistake as to matter of fact. Thus, mistake by one of the party to contract does not normally affect the validity of the contract. In such cases, the contract is very much valid. Example, A agrees to purchase a radio from B, thinking that it is new one. In fact, it is not new but it is old one. If A's erroneous belief that the radio is new was not known to B, A cannot avoid the contract. If A's mistake was known to B, then A can avoid the contract. Another example, X buys rice from Y by sample under impression that the rice is old. The rice, however, new. X cannot avoid the contract because here it is a unilateral mistake on the part of one party and it cannot affect the validity of the agreement. Contract voidable. If the unilateral mistake is caused by fraud or misrepresentation on the part of the other party, the contract is voidable and can be avoided by the injured party. Let us discuss instances of mistake. Mistake of identity, mistake as to the existence of a thing, mistake about identity or quality of a thing, mistake as to the nature of transaction, and miscellaneous. Under miscellaneous, there are other classification. Mistake regarding title to the subject matter, mistake as to quality of the subject matter, mistake as to quantity of the subject matter, mistake as to the price of the subject matter. So these instances are, let us discuss the instances of mistake as follows. First, mistake of identity. Mistake as to identity of the person contracting with where such identity is essential to the contract. The principle is that where A intends to enter into a contract with B, finds that he has contracted with C, there is no contract if the identity of B is vital importance to A, where personal considerations are the essence of the contract. A mistake as to the identity of the other contracting party will render the contract void. Generally, the identity of the parties entering into an agreement is not essential to the contract, but in certain cases when unilateral mistake is made regarding identity of the parties to the agreement due to misrepresentation by one party who claims himself to be someone who he really is not, in such cases the agreement is said to be void. Let us discuss the example. Let us discuss the case law. Name of the case is Kandi versus Lindsay. A fraudulent person named Blankran Blancan, taking advantage of the similarity of his name with that of a big company named Blanqueron and Company in the same town, placed an order with Lindsay and Company for supply of certain goods on credit and signed the order in such a way as to look like that of Blanqueron and Company. Lindsay and Company mistook his order for that of Blanqueron and Company and dispatched the goods. Blancan took delivery of the goods and sold them to Cundy and Company, a bona fide purchaser for value, and did not pay Lindsay and Company for the goods. On coming to know the true facts, Lindsay and Company filed a suit on Cundy and Company for recovery of goods. The Court of Appeal held that owing to mistake as to identity of contracting party caused by fraud, there was no real consent to the contract of sale. Here, the case is of unilateral mistake as to the contracted identity of a person contracted with. Lindsay was entitled to recover goods. Cundy could not Kundi got no title to goods in this case because here there was a fraud and therefore there was no real consent to the agreement and therefore the agreement was void. Next point, mistake as to the existence of a thing. Where both the parties to an agreement are working under a mistake to the subject matter, that is, they assume that certain state of a thing exists which in fact does not exist. The agreement is void. Sometimes the existence of the subject matter of the contract ceased to exist before the agreement was made and the parties to the contract may not be aware of this fact. If the subject matter on which the contract exists is not present or it is no more in existence, it is considered that the contract has perished and hence the agreement would be considered void. Example, A agrees to sell to B specific cargo supposed to be on its way from England to Bombay. It turns out that before the day of the bargain, the ship conveying the cargo has been cast away and the goods lost. Neither party was aware of this fact. The agreement is void. In another case, Galloway versus Galloway, a man and woman believed that they were married and therefore made a separation agreement, but it was later discovered that the man's first wife was alive. It was held that the separation agreement was void as it had been entered into on the basis of a common assumption that the parties were married to each other. Third point, mistake about identity or quality of a thing. It usually arises where one party intends to deal in one thing and the other in another. Example, A agreed to buy from B a cargo of cotton to arrive ex-Peerless from Bombay. There were two ships of that name sailing from Bombay at the same time, one sailing in October and the other in December. A meant the former ship and B meant the latter. Hell, there was a mutual error or bilateral mistake and there was no contract because there was mistake about identity of the subject matter or identity of a thing. Another example, A agreed to buy certain oats from B, believing that they were old when in reality they were new. It was held that B cannot avoid the contract on the ground that he was mistaken as to the oldness of the oats. Point number 4, mistake as to the nature of the transaction. If a person enters into a contract in the mistaken belief that he is signing a document of a different class and character altogether, there is a mistake as to the nature of the contract and the contract is void. The reason is very simple, where in signing a contract, the mind of the signer does not go with the signature, there is ad Adam. There is a mistake which would vitiate or which would impair or destroy the contract. A contract shall be void if party to the contract without any fault of his own makes a mistake about the very nature of the contract. It may be because of blindness, illiteracy, or servility of the person signing the contract, or due to the trick or fraudulent misrepresentation as to the nature of the document. For example, an old man of a feeble sight endorsed a bill of lading thinking that it was a guarantee. There was no negligence on his part, hence there was no contract. Another leading case, the acceptor of a bill of exchange had induced a person to endorse it by telling him that it was a guarantee, and the defendant signed on the faith of the representation without seeing the face of the bill. It was held that if the defendant was not guilty of any negligence in so signing, the bill did not bind him, even in the hands of a bona fide purchaser for value, because in such cases there is no real consent of the party and therefore it is not binding on the party. Fifth category is miscellaneous, and under miscellaneous, mistake may occur for the following causes also. Mistake regarding title to the subject matter, where the parties to the agreement, seller is the owner, parties to the agreement, the seller is the owner of the article which he intends to sell, but in fact he has no title to it, the contract is void. Sometimes the buyer of said property or goods may already be the owner of what the seller wishes to sell. Both the parties here might be under mutual mistake as to title of the said goods or property, since in such a case there is nothing that the seller can transfer to the buyer. There is no contract which subsequently becomes void. For example, A agreed to take a lease of fishery from B. It was known to both the parties that the fisheries actually belonged to A. The agreement was void in this case. If the parties to contract are not mistaken regarding subject matter of the contract but regarding quality. Next point, mistake as to quality of subject matter. If the parties to the contract are not mistaken regarding subject matter of the contract but regarding quality, the contract would be said to be valid. For example, A agreed to buy certain oats from B, believing that they were old when in reality they were new. It was held that B cannot avoid the contract on the ground that he was mistaken as to the oldness of the oats, that is, he was mistaken as to the quality of the subject matter. Next point, mistake as to the quantity of the subject matter. If both the parties are working under a mistake as to the quantity of subject matter, the agreement is void. For example, a silver bar was sold under a mistake as to its weight. There was a difference in value between the weight of the bar as it was supposed to be. The agreement is void. So, if there is a mistake as to quantity of the subject matter, the agreement will be void if both the parties are under mistake. Next point, mistake as to the price of the subject matter. If there is mutual mistake as to the price of the subject matter, the agreement is void. For example, a seller, to the knowledge of the buyer, makes a mistake in writing the figure of, actually here it is dollar, but you take it as pound. Figure of pound 2250, the price of the property as pound 1250. The agreement is void. So here the conclusion is that free consent is absolutely essential to make an agreement a valid contract. If the consent to the agreement was obtained or induced by coercion, undue influence, fraud, misrepresentation or mistake, then it has the potential to make the agreement void. So the effect of when the consent is not obtained freely, in that case, in first four cases, the agreement becomes voidable. Means in case if the consent is obtained by coercion, undue influence, fraud and misrepresentation, the agreement becomes voidable. And in case of mistake, if it is a bilateral mistake, means mistake on the part of both the party, in that case the agreement becomes void. So here I have completed the topic free consent. Thank you.